So, many of you have been asking for a hammer build. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have finally completed our Paralysis Hammer Build. It is pretty freaking amazing. Spent a long time farming up the stuff required to make this pretty much exactly how I wanted it. Now, there are two different versions that I'm going to show you. One focusing on pure paralysis, and then the other build focusing on paralysis and attack and crit. So, both are very good builds. I hope you all enjoy it. If there are any additions or things that you guys would change about the build, definitely leave it in the comments below, and we as a community can maybe experiment with different types of things. But keep in mind, this is a paralysis build, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to go ahead and show you all the things that we've got equipped. First thing we'll do is we'll get into what stats we have. So we'll go into change equipment. And here you can see that we've got attack boost level 6. Now this is the paralysis focused build. So you can see here that we've got paralysis attack level 3. So we get paralysis build up plus 20% and then bonus plus 10. So this takes our weapon from being at a 390 paralysis all the way up to 480 paralysis for our elements. And it is very good. Now, we've also got weakness exploit level 3. Now with a 20% or 28% affinity, this already gives us 78% crit chance, which is very, very good. Then we've got handicraft level 3 to bring our weapon up to the white level of sharpness. We get a 10% increase to our weapon and element raw damage, which is very nice. And then we've got agitator level 2, which grants us plus 8 attack and increased affinity by 6%. Then we've got Critical Eye, which brings us up to 20% base affinity. And then we've got Protective Polish, so that way we can keep our white level of sharpness. Even though it's a hammer, it's still called sharpness. Just is what it is. Just got a deal. So yeah, we'll go over all of the equipment pieces that we have in here. The Immobilize level 3 charm. It's a very easy charm to get. All you have to do is just farm up some low rank Gyros and a couple high rank Gyros, and you should be able to get the Immobilize charm 3. This gives us our paralysis attack level 3. Then we've got the Dragon King eye patch. Now there's a reason I have it set up like this, is because the gem slots that we need for this particular build. Now I'd recommend this build if you're playing solo, and there's a reason why. We'll get into that in just a second. Now, so we've got the Dragon King eye patch slotted with handicraft, or no. Yeah, slotted with a handicraft gem. Okay, there we go. Which that handicraft gem is actually what gets us up to the white level of sharpness. If you don't have a handicraft gem, then we'll go into a little bit slightly different build. But you are going to need that for this particular one. We've got the Dobermail Beta, which we've got the attack boost level 2, and that's where we've got our protective polish equipped. Now, if you guys don't know what protective polish does, this actually allows your weapons to stay sharp for a minute after you actually sharpen your blades. So you can't lose any sharpness. It's very good. And most of the time, by the time that minute's up, you've already got the monster running away, or you've got another opportunity to sharpen your blades. Then we've got the Nergigante Vambraces Alpha. That's where we get our agitator level 2 and another attack boost level 1. Then we've got our Nergigante Coil Beta, which gives us attack boost level 2 and weakness exploit level 1. We've got the Death Stench Heal Beta. This is where we've got Handicraft level 2, Attack Boost level 1, and then Critical Eye level 1. So for those of you that don't know the benefit of Handicraft and Protective Polish, as well as the white sharpness, you get a 10% damage increase approximately to your raw damage of the weapon as well as your elemental damage. Now we just sharpened our weapon. You'll see that we've got a green highlight around our sharpness, and when we go ahead and hit something, you'll see that our sharpness isn't going down. It's very, very good. And we'll go ahead and go over the damage that we're putting out right now. So with a standard overhead smash, we're critting for 94 damage. And then we'll see what we get for the end, 175 for a normal hit. And you'll see that we crit a lot with this particular build, especially when you're hitting something, and 219 for the final swing of the crit. And you'll see now that we're down to the blue sharpness, you'll see just how much less damage we do without having the white sharpness. So we're critting for now 84 damage, and normal hits are 67, and that damage will add up quick, especially with this, and we're critting for 196 on the final upswing. So not too bad. I just wanted to go a little bit into why we're using handicraft for this build, because for the boots, you're not going to get anything on your boots that can increase your damage that much. You're just not going to do it. At least not that I've been able to find. If somebody's got a better idea for boots that can increase your damage more than 10%, please let me know. Now, this next set is very good. This is the set I recommend using if you are playing in a group, for one very obvious reason: friendly fire. So this set has the flinch free in it. So all those people that love to attack, even if you spend all of your time trying to make sure you're not near anybody else, some douche is going to inevitably come and ruin your day. So I always like to make sure I have flinch free in a build when I'm actually going to be doing SOSs or playing in a group. So this prevents knockbacks, so you won't be flinched to death while playing in parties. So anyways, we'll go over the stats. It has attack boost plus 7 or level 7. So we've got the affinity plus 5% from that. Weakness exploit level 3, handicraft level 3, critical eye, flinch free, affinity sliding, which puts us over 100% affinity after sliding, and with the hammer you're going to be trying to do a lot of sliding anyways, because that attack does amazing stuff. Anyways, I said that puts us over 100% affinity, and then we've got protective polish. Now I'll go ahead and show you the decorations that we have set into here, and the decorations are very important. So we've got handicraft level 3, which brings us up to the white sharpness, so for the 10% damage increase. The brace jewel 3, which gives us the flinch free. Slider jewel 2, which gives us the plus 30% affinity after sliding. The Sharp Jewel 2, which is Protective Polish, Attack Jewel 1, and then Expert Jewel 1, which we get the Critical Eye from. So, it's a very good build. After sliding, you got over 100% affinity. Now you can see here that we're using Malady's Fist 3 for the paralyzing build still. The Dragon King Eye Patch Alpha, Dobermail Beta. The only real change from this is the Kaiser Vambraces Beta that we needed for the extra gem slot to be able to complete this build. And then the Nergigante Coil Beta and Death Stench Beta. So, as you can see, really, it's pretty much the same build, except we're using the Attack Charm 3 instead of the Paralysis Charm, and we're using the Kaiser Vambraces Beta just for that 1 point in Weakness Exploit, and then we can put the Affinity Sliding on there as well. Now, you can switch this up for however you want for this particular build. You can go for just a straight crit if you so desire, but this is going to be working out pretty well. We've got very high crit chance with this build, and it's going to be a lot of fun to mess around with. So I do want to point out that I'm not very good with the hammer. I just started using it, so pardon the bad gameplay that you're going to see. But you can see that we got a paralyze really early on in the fight. It is very good, and it's a lot of fun to either paralyze them or exhaust/stun them by hitting them in the face. And those of you that main hammer or are much better with hammer than I am will get way more use out of this build than what you'll see in the video. I'm just not great with it, but I'll get better as time goes. But it's still a lot of fun to be able to use and stun and paralyze your enemies like crazy. So once you slide with the other set, you'll see this little icon on the top left corner where your name is, and that is the Affinity Up Boost. Now it lasts for about 30 seconds, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. But once it deactivates, there is a short cooldown before you're able to use it again. I'm just going to run and show you that when we slide again after it's been turned off, that we're not going to get it back right away. So just keep that in mind, that it doesn't activate every time you slide, but the cooldown is very short and you're not going to have too many issues with it. That being said, once you do get it activated, it is a lot of fun to just slide into something and completely wreck its world. Oh my goodness, and we're going to get a paralyze here really quick. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Diablos is paralyzed and we just ruined its day. Now, another good way to use this build is to lure something to a slope, like we're doing with Diablos right now, and then just using your sliding affinity boost and just completely wreck house every time you slide. It's a lot of fun. You can get some good mounts that way as well, and get a really good knockout when you smash its head in. So those are the two builds that I've got for my Paralysis Hammer right now. There are some things that you can change for personal preference. Now, there is a lot of personal preference in this game, so feel free to change it up as you so desire. And if you think there's anything that's really cool in addition to what I've put in onto this build, definitely let me know in the comments below. And if you guys have any awesome ideas for other builds in Monster Hunter World, let me know. Join the Discord, send them to me. I definitely love to know what you guys think, and just cool and interesting builds. I'll test them out, maybe even make a video. Maybe I'll do a community Monster Hunter World build video. That'd be a lot of fun. I don't know. I definitely want to get the community more involved, because the more info we put out and everybody doing it all together, the better the community gets as a whole. So I hope you guys all enjoyed it. If there are any other types of builds you want to see, I'll let you know what I'm working on next. I've got a no element switch axe build that I'm working on. I've got a bow build. A lot of people have been asking for that. I've got a couple different versions that I'm working on for that. And then I really need to get into some of the weapons I haven't really used, like the gun lance, the insect glaive, and I really need to show some love to the sword and shield, which was my go-to in the beginning of the game. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to show your support and smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!